Welcome, dear Thrivers, to Thriver TV. And I want to talk today about this really important topic because there's been so much conjecture and confusion around it. But before I jump right into that, I just want to say thank you for coming to my live or to picking this up on the recording. I love our community. I adore our heart, our connection, and how much care you have for each other. It's just such a privilege and a humble joy to be a part of our incredible Thriver community because, as we know, after being in the dungeon and the depths of narcissistic abuse, and a lot of you are there, it's so important to be able to have support, comfort, and of course to be able to heal for real. And that's what we do here. Today, I want to talk about what type of narcissist that you're dealing with. Is this an overt narcissist, a covert narcissist? Is it a somatic narcissist? Is it an altruistic narcissist? Somebody that hides their narcissism behind great deeds and then controls people through doing that. Now, this is a really important topic, and what's going to happen today is I'm going to put a real quantum spin on it, which gets us to the real truth about what's going on. And I know that this can make a huge difference to your healing, so I really want to encourage you to share this video out so that people can learn the turnaround from being just focused on the narcissist, trying to get relief and healing, to taking their power back. Because this episode is going to help you and people with this a lot. Okay, so apart from the major overview of what type of narcissist is this, maybe we start to wonder, well, possibly this person just has some narcissistic tendencies, which of course anybody can when we're triggered. We may not be our best self when we age regress into an old trauma. And if that's the case, well, maybe there could be some hope to have a healthy relationship with this person. Or maybe they're suffering from some other personality disorder or a condition, or maybe they're just a really selfish or unconscious person. How do you know? Today I'm going to speak to this because over the years that I've been helping people recover from narcissistic abuse, toxic and disappointing relationships, this question comes up a lot. And again, as a thriver, I'm going to help you take your clarity back in this confusion so that you can get really clear and anchored into truths that can allow you to make your way through to a happy, healthy, safe, and successful life. Because that is what thriving is. If you personally want true solutions to not just survive what you're feeling and going through, but you want to emerge thriving into your best life ever after abuse, I want you to write "Thrive On" in the comments below. That's a powerful declaration to yourself that starts getting this going. Write "Thrive On" in the comments. All right, so as you're doing that, let's now get started on what type of narcissist are you dealing with. Okay, now of course, it's possible for you to do a lot of research. There's a ton of information out there where you can go into the ins and the outs of this and try to pinpoint exactly what this person is, who you're dealing with, so that you can try to survive a relationship with them with some knowledge about them, or work out whether you really have to leave. Or maybe you're trying to just deal with how to minimize the abusive damage. Or maybe you're trying to work out if there could be a possibility to assert boundaries and have this person step up and change and maybe even become healthy for you. How can you know for sure what the information is going to provide you and what you know you can do with that information? The truth is you can't know for sure. And I'm going to unpack this for you, why you can't. Starting off with, information is not transformation. The transformation of our lives is really up to ourselves. And I'm going to bring you now back to a total thriver concept, which changed my life beyond description. And it also allows you, as it did with me, to know that you are a source force. You have more power than you could ever imagine. When you know and you start to connect to quantum truths, which are connecting and aligning with your higher self, the wiser, complete part of you that's already healed and already knows what to do. Because when you can do that, you can start to unfold and follow and create a healthier life that starts to work, because you're actually doing it from the inside out, which makes it real and it grants it power. Now, I know that this is totally counterintuitive. It was for me as well. I used to do life the normal way, from the outside in instead of the inside out. And we've actually been programmed to do that. So doing it from a quantum way, which I'm going to explain to you exactly on this topic what that is completely counterintuitive to all the false programming that you've ever received, which is work out what that other person is. And when we do the turnaround and you understand why, you are going to understand that your salvation, your healing, and your thriving has actually got nothing to do with what somebody else is, the category of who they are, or what they're even being or doing. And the really great thing about this is, thank goodness, it's so much more simple as well as effective, because there are 8 billion other people on the planet, and it can take so much time, guesswork, energy, and it's so hit and miss to try to work out what other people are or aren't, instead of simply aligning with and creating your own life from your power source, from the inside out. In other words, you start dealing with the one person that you can actually deal with and you can actually work out, which is yourself. The only person that we do have the power to work with is ourselves. And that's what I love about energy clearing and changing our own consciousness, which changes our own life from deeply inside. And we do it in the Thriver way here, which means it's faster and it's more effective than our old way of trying to change ourselves. This doesn't just bring the power back to ourselves. It cuts out weeks, months, years, decades, or even of a lifetime of being pointed in a direction that we thought was really normal and human, yet in relation to what we wanted to achieve, it simply didn't work. Now, I know there's a lot of you in the community who are already Thriver aligned, and maybe you want to share a little bit about that in the comments, because it certainly is night and day when we start living this way. And it's an easy switch when you start to realize how to do it. So today, the information that I'm going to give you about other people and trying to work out what variety of narcissists they are, you're already going to start getting an energetic shift by absorbing the energy that I'm going to talk to you about today. So I just want you to open your body and breathe and just accept this transmission, because it's going to start working in your literal cells and in your DNA. And of course, if you want to take this further, there's ways to do that as well, and I'm going to share that with you after this talk. So I want to talk to you about non-aligned values, because this is so important in regard to what is somebody else. Who are they? And I'm going to give you an example about this because, as benign as this example sounds, it's everything. And it's actually foundational for you to understand in regard to your relationship with any narcissist, no matter what version of narcissist they are. And soon you're going to understand exactly why. So let's say there are two people trying to have a relationship together. And one of these people is really health orientated. They eat organic food. They go for hikes. They don't watch TV. Sounds like me, actually. Maybe that's you as well, because that's pretty much the life I live. And then you have the other person who eats ice cream. They sit on the couch. They love Netflix. They're both really lovely, good-hearted people. However, their values are completely different. They may share some interests. They love certain music. They like reading the same books. And they're both really compassionate, empathetic people who care about other people. But their values around a really important topic, health, lifestyle, are completely different. This is so important. To be able to have a healthy relationship of shared values are everything. The person who loves hiking and organic food is going to have to relax on that and get on the couch and eat some popcorn and watch Netflix. I wouldn't want to do that. That's not me. Okay? Or the person on the couch is going to have to get up and start exercising and get fresh air and eat healthier meals. Otherwise, how do these two people cohabitate together? Like in a healthy, connected, intimate way of sharing their lives. They can't. Everybody's present beliefs create their behaviors. So my beliefs create my behaviors with organic, healthy lifestyle. Are you like me? Let me know in the chat. Just say me if that's you. And these are values expressed. That's how I live my life. So everybody's present beliefs create behaviors. The person on the couch eating ice cream, watching Netflix, their beliefs create their behaviors. They just do, which are their values expressed. Now, these people in this example have completely different beliefs because they have completely different expressed behaviors, which means they have different expressed values. Now, sadly for them, as lovely as they both are, even if they're sexually attracted and they like each other, they're in a toxic relationship. They actually are. Because they're going to try to fix and change the other person in relation to their own beliefs. And they're both going to feel really justified in doing that. That's how powerful beliefs are. The person who's healthy absolutely is going to say, this is for your own good. Get off the couch, eat healthier food. They're going to be lecturing and prescribing. Have you ever done that to people in your life? Put your hand up and say yes if you have. Because I think we can all absolutely admit to that. So the person on the couch is going to say, oh my God, you are so hard on yourself. You just need to chill. You need to relax. What's a bit of ice cream? What's watching Netflix? That's not such a big deal. You need to just tune out the world and just relax. And they feel totally justified in their belief. And of course, they want to spend time with that person. So they're going to try to program them to lighten up on their health and the exercise regime. Would that work on you? Maybe you can identify with the person on the couch, okay? And it's not that it's right or wrong. It's not right or wrong. It's just different, shared, expressed values, right? They're not shared values. They're different expressed values. What's happening is both people are trying to change somebody else into a version of the person that they can like enough to love enough to have a happy relationship with. You can see the clash here. Love is not about trying to force other people to change so that we can have a happy, healthy relationship with them. That's actually control. True love is, I accept your values are not a match with mine, and I'm going to set you free to experience a life where you're more matched up with others who maybe do share your values and your beliefs. And I grant myself the same freedom to match up with people who share my values. Because then I can have a happy, safe, healthy relationship of growth and evolution with them because we're on the same page. Mate, does that make sense? Let me know in the chat if that makes sense to you. Because this is so important in regard to narcissists. Okay, so the types of narcissists are all one type. Let me say that again. The types of narcissists, whether they're somatic, covert, overt, altruistic, they're all one type. We know there are different narcissistic styles. So a narcissist may express narcissism through their looks, or maybe they're a highly intelligent somatic narcissist and they use gaslighting and intelligence. Or maybe this is an altruistic narcissist and they use gift giving and being the good Samaritan to hook in and manipulate people. Or maybe the narcissist is covert, they've got a double life going on behind your back. Or they're overt and they rage and abuse you at the slightest provocation on a hairline trigger. Okay, and of course the list goes on and on and on and on and on, trying to work out their behaviors and who they are. And as fascinating as all of this may be, none of this investigation and research is going to grant you a relieved, healed, or liberated, thriving life. There's one common aspect about all of this. This person doesn't share your values for a healthy, happy relationship. They just don't. What is necessary as a baseline for a healthy, happy relationship? Let me tell you what it is. Partnership, compassion, empathy, listening, caring about what's going on for the other person, being able to say sorry, to be accountable, being willing to do conflict resolution, to learn about that, to lean into that, to get better at that, to grow with that, and to create solution building with you. Every relationship has challenges. But are you even doing a relationship with a narcissistic individual? Let's just make it really simple and let's break it down to essential values. Okay, interests, right? Interests. Maybe you do both like hiking. Maybe you both like Netflix. Maybe, you like whatever you like. These are unimportant, even though people believe that they are important. And the other thing about this is narcissists love to pretend that you've got shared interests. Oh, I love that song. I read that book. I love all those things you love. But they cannot fake and lie about shared values because all of that gets exposed very easily. Your desires and your values for a relationship is partnership. It is unity. It's the wanting and the desiring of a loving relationship, which has to have the values that I previously spoke about. Is this making sense? Let's really drill down into the narcissist about that stuff. The narcissist doesn't have any of that as their goals. That's not what they desire. Their goals are narcissistic supply. It's not about unity. It's about significance. It's about one-upping. It's about always being right, not being a team. It's about being able to control you, which means false promises, unloving acts, invalidating your feelings, no ability to hear you, care about you, or work in with you at all when push comes to shove. Rather, the devaluing, the gaslighting, the projections are about keeping you so sick that you don't even feel well enough to find and exert your own values and truths. Because if you did anchor into them, you would break free, you would leave, and you would not be able to be captured and regulated for narcissistic supply, which means emptying you out of your life force, your resources, and all the things that the narcissist wants, all at your expense and demise. Does any of those things sound like shared values of love, honesty, transparency, and caring, soul, teamwork? Without the ability to self-reflect, be accountable, have empathy and compassion, and want to even give a damn about the health of the relationship, there is no relationship. Think about it. There's no relationship. But you may say, Melanie, I know that I have my stuff too. I know I have unhealed traumas from my past as well. Exactly. This is exactly the stuff that the narcissist blames you for. They put it all back on you and say, well, this is your problem because of your past and your relationship dramas and what happened to you. But that, again, is completely irrelevant. It's gaslighting and it's actually irrelevant. Let's bring this back to the only glue that can make any relationship work. We've all got stuff, right? Even as thrivers, we're always healing, we're always growing, and that's the beauty of it. But there is one glue that means a relationship can work. Shared values. Regardless of the stuff you're healing, your values for a relationship are a relationship. Now, of course, you may trip and you may fall and you may be triggered, but you want a relationship. The narcissist isn't interested in a relationship. They're in it for a takeover, which means you are taken down. If you're trying to work out exactly what flavor this person is and you haven't even come back to base one on this, you're in wrong town. And I promise you, I was there for years. And it's usual and it's normal and it's where everybody else leads you to look. What type of narcissist is this? Whereas the real truth is, it doesn't matter what type of person this type of narcissist this person is. It doesn't even matter what they say. It's who they are and what they do that demonstrates someone's values. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't matter what they fake promise. It's what they do and who they're being that is demonstrating their values, because it's demonstrating their beliefs. Their behavior are their beliefs expressed, their values are their behavior. So it really doesn't matter if this person is pink, purple, an alien, or they fly backwards. The real question about all of this is, let's just breathe and open our body. Let's just absorb this transmission. The real question is who are you? Who are you? What are your values? What are your truths? Your life creation is about who you are. A dear friend of mine just lately had a separation from someone that she was really attached to. And she'd done a lot of work on herself and had a possibility of a reconnection with this person, because the person was saying to them, well, yes, I am that person and I get it and I match your values and I'm sorry. Yet, didn't matter what they say, because very quickly, because of the amount of work and intention and healing that she'd been doing on herself with NARP and further quantum freedom healing, she knew her values. She was anchored in them, and she saw nothing had actually changed. No matter what this person said, they were still the same person with the same beliefs, the same behavior, and the same values. And then there was nothing about him that matched her truth anymore. The attraction was gone. The hooks were gone. And she said to me, this just isn't me. This isn't my life. This isn't my soul. This isn't where I'm going. And because of that, she had no more interest in what he was or trying to work him out. It was just simply a hard no. So that is really what this is all about. It's about you. And when you understand that, you know there's no potential. Well, maybe they'll change one day. Or if I just hang in long enough. Or if I just do this. Or I just change enough about myself. Or if I just approach it this way, maybe they'll change. As a quantum being, which you are, we all are, we're all creating from the inside out, whether we're conscious of that or not. As a quantum being, in the moment of now, you know that your alignment and your choices right now is exactly what your life in the future will bring. So people are either going to step up genuinely because you get really clear and anchored and do the work to get there, or you leave and let go. We're just not a match. I set you and me free. That's love. That's not control. That's love. And this opens up space for the authentic truth of your life to enter. You've cleared your energy field of the old pattern, and a far superior pattern can arrive, which changes your entire life, as it has mine. So, I hope that today has helped give you clarity. And I know it's really enticing and interesting and actually even addictive to be researching and trying to work out the other person. But all the time that you're spending doing that means that you're forgoing the time to heal and anchor and create your life from the inside out. I really trust that in your body that you can feel the truth of this, because I'm talking to your soul, and how much power and healing can return to you finally to be free of this pain and to be able to get you on the right path to your happy, healthy, and fulfilling life. Let me know if this has been a light bulb moment for you. And for more information about the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Program that does change your life deeply from the inside out with a set process to follow to do that, you can go to melanietoniaevans.com/NARP, or the link is up on this live. So before I go, I just want to again just anchor into a thrive on. Just write thrive on. That's your intention, is to not just survive abuse, but to upshift and to use it as that amazing opportunity to change your life forever from the inside out in the most thriving way. If that's what you want, write thrive on. And as always, I'm going to look forward to your comments and your questions. I'll come in after this live to answer those. And I'll also answer the comments and the questions because this is going to be posted on YouTube. And please know how much I love you, and there is life after abuse. So keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving, because there's actually nothing else to do. Lots of love. Bye-bye.